Greetings, everybody. Sunday afternoon. Welcome, if anybody's here, to another of the weight loss journey sessions that I'm having here, where we don't know how long it's going to last. Is it going to last 10 minutes? Is it going to last 20, half an hour, an hour? That depends a lot on all of you out there, or any of you out there, because I'm never guaranteed much of an audience for this. And I say it every time because I'm trying to build the audience up. All right. So hopefully there are people out there. I see we got some people that are watching. And I'm going to tell you, this Sunday marks 3 weeks that I've been on my lifestyle routine, utilizing my Wantpower and attempting to stay on the diet, if you want to call it that, the life diet. And I've been very successful. Again, I have not strayed, not one iota. I have done well for 3 weeks. And I see that Jill is here, the first one here. Thank you for joining me, because I know you'll want to know what's going on. And I'm glad it's a success. Again, I had another good week where I did what I had to do, meaning stay away from sugar, stay away from carbs, bread. Not a problem at all, because I have the Wantpower and I want it bad. So Wantpower is easier than willpower for me. And to me, it's a distinctive difference. So that's what I've been utilizing in my noggin. And that's why I've been able to succeed for 3 weeks. Okay. And I will tell you how I'm doing here, how I did this past week in a little while. If we can see, first I'll see if there are any more people that comment. If you're out there watching and you want to talk about anything relating to how you're doing, are you trying? What have you been eating? Do you do carnivore? Do you do Mediterranean? What do you do? A ketovore, vegetarian, vegan, whatever. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. And hello to Penny Lane. Hello. And hello to Martin. So everybody, again, thank you for those people that are here and the people that are watching and everything. Okay, let's start from the top. Maybe I'll mention it again later for people who come in later on. As I say, I did well. I did my walking. Still walking a half an hour every day, pretty much. I don't know if I missed any days this past week. I think I missed one in the past week, and I lost exactly 2 pounds, which is good. 2 pounds is what I'm looking for. 2 pounds this week. 2 pounds is normal. 2 pounds is what's safe. 2 pounds a week, or one or 2 pounds a week, is what's sustainable. Because I've done a lot of research on it. Sure, everybody would like to lose 5, 10, 15 pounds a week. I don't believe that's safe. So I did it. I achieved it. So that's pretty good. So that's 2 pounds this past week for a total of 10 pounds. I'm down 10 pounds since I started this 3 weeks ago. So if you look at it, 3 weeks in, 10 pounds lost. That's more than 2 pounds a week. So that's like an average of 3 pounds a week or a little more, right? So pretty good. And, I'm trying to make it a habit not to overweigh myself, because when you're doing this, some of you out there who've done this, sometimes what you want to do is you want to weigh yourself more often than you should. Don't do that, because it fluctuates. I mean, here's the thing. I lost, at the end of the week, I lost 2 pounds, but there was a point in the middle of the week where I was down a little more. Even it was like 2.5 earlier. I mean, I don't know, but there's water weight. Sometimes you have a meal. The meal may be inside you. Maybe the meal hasn't digested yet from the day before, the night before, whatever it is. You have water in you that's reading on the scale. But the thing is, 2 pounds would be great. And I'm going to say something that I always say. Although I'm very, very pleased with 2 pounds, and that's my goal, I know there are going to be weeks where I'm only going to lose 1 pound in a week. I know there's going to be weeks where I don't lose anything. I don't think I'll gain anything, but then again, you never know. That happens too. So here we go. Let's put a few comments up here right now. Richard James, exactly. Penny Lane, slow and steady wins the race. That is true. That is true. You got to give it a year, maybe even a year and change, year and 3 months, a year and a half, something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. The best way to lose weight: hop on a treadmill, turn on the incline, and run. I'm not going to do it at my age. No running at my age. It won't happen. And I tell a story sometimes where there was a time, I guess about how many years ago was it? Maybe like 13, 14 years ago. I joined a gym, my girlfriend and I went on a treadmill, and it hurt my knees. I have knee problems. The knee's okay. Both knees are okay as long as I don't do anything drastic. But for some reason, with me not walking naturally, with me not walking on a natural pavement or floor, instead going on the kind of like unnatural surface of the treadmill, whatever it is, it hurt my knees. So I'll never do that again. I'm not having any difficulty at all. You say eating is too good. It's very difficult. Your problem is clearly once you eat rubbish one day, it continues for too long. True, but correction, Martin. That was my problem last year in the past. It doesn't mean that that's going to happen again. I won't let it happen again. So that's really how that works out. I don't have any intention right now of eating poorly, but if I do decide 6 months, 7 months down the line, hey, I think maybe I'll try one slice of pizza. I got to keep it to one slice, but I'm not even thinking that now because here it is. What is it called? It's called Wantpower. That is the simple word. Believe it or not, that's helped me every time. It hasn't even been an issue. It's gotten to the point where it's not tough at all. It's not tough at all to avoid junk food. I just don't want it. What I want is good food, and what I want is good health, and what I want is being more trim. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to do. So it's not even a matter of where in the past it would be like, say you're driving the car and you pass, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts, say. You're driving by, you go, oh, Dunkin' Donuts, oh, that would be so good. Oh, no, I can't. Willpower. No, fuck that. Excuse the language, but once in a while I got to say it. I can't help it. For emphasis. No, it's not about that. It's about want power. No. I don't want that shit. What I want is health. And even though I want health, I have other struggles right now going on. Dental struggles mainly right now. Which I won't go into too much detail with. I go into that detail over on the show that I do with Danny on this channel, the Joe and Danny show, but I'm not going to talk about that here. Okay, I've concluded that, Joe, that I love food like Chinese, and I'll work that off. Crisps and chocolates to me aren't worth it. There you go. It's not worth it anymore. It's just not worth it anymore to me. So it's very easy. Hello, Matchstick Man. So you know what I mean? It's not a matter of temptation, resisting temptation. Right now, at least for the first 3 weeks, there has been no temptation. None at all. Which in itself, for me, is kind of amazing because I got that mindset of wanting it. Yeah, yes, I know. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I made sure that I said it. You can't, you can't weigh yourself once a week is enough. Some people only weigh themselves once a month. So there you go. Hello, Mike Wall Jasper. Yeah, the running and the incline will blow out someone in their 60s and who needs to lose lots of weight. Knee killer for sure. Won't help you lose weight as much as skipping junk and carbs and sugar. I agree. Now let's start again. I say this every time. I'm not doing a product endorsement. This is just stuff that I've been drinking now, and I'm a little worried about this stuff too. This is LaCroix sparkling water. You know the deal. No calories, no fat, no sodium, no carbs, no protein in it either. The ingredients are only carbonated water, which is naturally essenced. There's not even fruit juice or fake sweeteners in here. The flavor this time is orange. I tried tangerine, which I liked. And I tried key lime, which I liked. I wasn't wild about the raspberry thing, whatever. The thing I'm worried about is the aluminum can and a whole other thing. Inside, though, it's not aluminum. They put plastic inside, I think, a plastic lining, but plastics are bad for you. You want to talk about microplastics? You want to talk about us getting contaminated? You want to talk about people finding little pieces of plastic in our brains now from all the plastic bottles we use? Yeah. All right, let's get a sip of that. Let's start up my show here. As soon as I drink it, I could feel the carbonation on the gum area that's bothering me back here. I don't know what it's going to take to clear that up. That's for another story. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Also, the fact that I'm drinking for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been drinking at least 2 of these a day. 2 cans, 2 microplastics, 2 aluminum, whatever you want to call it, a day. Every day? That's going to add up. Eating the right foods will defeat exercise. Trust me. It's not even close, but walking is a must. I agree with you. Get music and podcasts, audio books, and get moving. I walk every day, so I'm doing that. Eventually, I'm going to up the amount of walking that I'm doing. Right now, I'm only doing half an hour. Right now, it's still producing results, but I know there's going to come a time when the body's going to resist that, and I'm going to have to go up to an hour. Last year, I was up to an hour, no problem. Every day I was doing an hour, or every day that I walked, I'd skip a day here, a day there. How sweet it is. So there you go. Hello to Beetle Eddie, and hello to Spring Hill Jim. So, yeah, so that's it. Sometimes when I do these things, I have maybe stories, things to talk about during the week. I don't really have any that I could think of, like any setbacks or anything that happened, anything I could talk about. The only thing, like I say, is for whatever reason, I got on the scale midweek and I had lost a little more than I lost now, and I didn't do anything different. I didn't cheat. I didn't eat bad stuff. I didn't stop exercise. I did everything the way I was. That's why you can't really go by the numbers too much, because it will fluctuate, it will fluctuate. And let's see, the Spendthrift and Waterloo Sparkling Waters use BPA-free cans. I'd say the can is probably way less bad than most of all tap water and plastic bottled water. Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm still using bottled water. We drink bottled water every day, my girlfriend and I, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to do tap water, and I'm not even going to do tap water with a Brita filter. The stuff's going to get us one way or the other, I guess, right? So, yeah, back to what I was saying again about seeing different numbers on the scale. I weighed myself last Sunday, and I liked where I was, right? Then I weighed myself Wednesday or Thursday. It might have been Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, and I was even better. And then this morning, it's still good, but it went up a little bit. But, 2 pounds in a week is good, and that's what I want. 10 pounds down, a lot more to go, okay? So what more can I say? In an effort to stretch this out, I appreciate people coming here and talking about this stuff. And Jill, I appreciate you being here. I know it's probably not always possible to do, but as I say, depending on what I said this last time, depending on what kind of people I get here, if any, I may just make a video. I don't even know if doing a live thing is worth it. I always think it's good to do a live stream because the idea is that people will come on and people could support each other. Maybe there'll be people that start to know one another, get to be a little community here. But I don't know how you'd reach that. On my channel, which is a small channel, I don't know how you reach that, how you get to that point. there are people I watch. There's one guy in particular, and I'll tell you who he is, okay? The name of the channel is Carnivore Quest. I do not watch that channel all the time. Once in a while I tune in, but I know he goes on, I think he goes live every single day. And he calls it the Daily Meeting, I think, MEAT, because it's a carnivore channel. Meat, MEAT, you know. Oh yeah, I agree with you. It's always better to facilitate interactive conversations, Joe. But if they don't happen, they don't happen. That's the thing, and they don't really happen here that much. I'm appreciative for, like I said, Jill, and for, Martin has made some comments and some ideas. Bottled water is likely better than tap water for sure. Just try to make sure the bottles aren't stored in heat or left in the car in heat. Yeah, heat will cause the most plastic release. Yeah, I know. And I think when I think of all the years that I was working at the post office, and I had a steaming hot water bottle in the postal vehicle, really high temperatures all day, Yeah. But anyway, so since there's nothing to say right now, I'll take another sip of this. It goes down rough. Carbonation. I don't even know if carbonation is the best thing for you. So, what do you say there? How you doing, Robbie? Afternoon. I just got home from Charleston, South Carolina, for my military reunion. No, I have no desire whatsoever to have a Burger King Whopper. I'm not going to say that desire won't ever come back, Peter, but I have no desire whatsoever to get back to that again. I have the Wantpower. I want to lose weight. I want to eat well. I want to be slimmer. I want to try to get healthier if I still can, if it's not too late, So I don't want a freaking Whopper. And I don't appreciate you either, Peter, bringing that up. Why'd you even bring that up? You know what I mean? Let's see. Hello, Adam. If it's fluctuating, it's your metabolism changing week to week, but the laws of thermodynamics always are the same. You will lose weight if you burn more calories than you take in. Calories in, calories out, easy. That's pretty much what it is, I know. But a lot of times when people say that, calories in, calories out, easy, I always say, I think people are different. There's some people out there, I think, that got issues. And I know there were times when I was exercising last year, and there were times when I was taking in less calories and exercising more, eating a lot less. And yet I was like, I'm doing everything right, and yet the weight's not coming off. That was last year at times. It hasn't happened this year yet. I'm sure I'll get to that, what they call a plateau. At times, I don't understand it. I know the body sometimes wants to hang on to it. It feels threatened. It feels like it's going to be missing something, right? Until the body realizes this is going to be the new way of life, pal, right? That's how I look at it. Yeah, but generally speaking, I of course I am a believer in calories in and calories out. But there were people who, of course, don't eat at all. I mean, right? There's people that don't exercise, I should say. They don't eat, they don't exercise. You know what I mean? I think even the 4D man has gone on record. He's been on a fast for quite some time, a couple of weeks or something, hasn't been eating, and he's got a little more gaunt already, But that's not the same thing. And I still, with all due respect to you, 4D, and I know you're watching out there, if not now, you'll be watching later. I will tell you that I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of intermittent fasting. a fan of like going like 16 hours without eating or 20 hours, something like that. But you will lose weight now. You want to. Yeah, I want to. That's the difference. To maintain that want. You've enjoyed enough good years of eating what you want. You still look young. Well, I look relatively young, I say. Yeah, but it's all relative. I mean, that could change in anything. In fact, losing a lot of weight can make me look older. It might. Sometimes they say that your face gets too thin and skeletal. And I learned that breakfast means breaking the fast from this show. Yeah, that's what breakfast means. Break your fast after not eating at night. Your first meal of the day, you're breaking the fast. Break the fast. Yeah, exactly. So I wish I had maintained this attitude last year. Last year I went 5 months. In 2025, I went from March into August without really faltering too much on the diet. And then August came of last year, and I said, let me eat some crap. And I did, and I never went back, and now I'm back again. You can get Botox. No, thank you. You're on TV, essentially, so it's accepted. Peter, I remember you saying, I think that you're trying not to eat bread, although I know you eat keto bread now, which is good, which works for you, right? I know you said that keto bread works for you. I haven't tried it, but I know you were saying that when you eat the bread, if you see it in your face, Peter Boothroyd's face puffs up. So does mine, right? It gets more narrow as you do away with the bread and the carbs. It's the way that is. Oh. So, I mean, we're doing okay here. We're talking enough here. Hello, Walkman. Happy Wellness Weekend. Yeah. Cheers. Join me for a little LaCroix. How sweet it is. Hey, it's William. I work out daily. 10 minutes of cardio minimum, or 20 minutes. Let me do that. Let me read that again. I work out daily. 20 minutes of cardio minimum plus 50 push-ups. I think I can do one push-up right now. I'll get to it. I've done push-ups before. For sure, there are hormone issues that can cause a slower metabolism and other health issues, which makes you burn less. But nonetheless, it's still calories in and calories out. Units of energy. One is better than zero. Well, I mean, I don't know if I could do more than one. I haven't tried. I might be able to do 5. I don't know. I haven't tried. But I wouldn't do it right now. I don't want to break my arms. You know what I mean? Trying to be honest about it, right? Transparent about it. I know what this is. This is going back to the Mello days. Mello used to talk about that, the chicken soup diet. But as you can see, what I'm doing is working. The whole thing about it is, of course, consistency. That's what it's about. You got to keep doing it, stay doing it, and do it consistency. This has to be a way of life, obviously. No. I'm not going to do a push-up on camera. Forget it. We're not going to have that. I know, William. You know my deal. Come on, you know my deal. I know, William. I know you don't really want to come here and talk about stuff. Although I can't say that 100% for true, because I know sometimes you have come here and yes, you have talked about music and other things. By the way, I'm looking to sell Connie. I have Connie Francis albums. I got like 75 of them, and I got them from like not just the typical ones you've seen in the United States. I've got them from different countries. I turned 59 yesterday. Health is wealth. Happy birthday to you, Walkman. While McDonald's brought back its snack wraps, grilled chicken is no longer an offering. In fact, most fast food places that offered grilled chicken options did away with them during COVID. Yeah. Not a chance. Not a chance. No way. This is where we differ, Adam. You believe in that. You just look at it as calories, right? I'm going to try to put as little poison in my body as possible. Coke Zero or Diet Coke have artificial cancer causing sweeteners, artificial sweeteners. No way. No way. Oh, I remember this from the past. I lost my health when I was in my 20s. I lost 5 years of my life from the age of 22 to the age of 27. Crucial years. And, I learned the hard way that health is wealth. Let me tell you, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that at all when you say that, Richard James. I bring topics to the table. I actually have some records I want to show on your channel sometime. What kind of records? Those are the best years of your life, your prime. You know what? I find out that in my mind now, I think 30s are the best decade, your best time of your life. 30s and even 40s. 30s and 40s. Well, the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So 20s, 30s, and 20s, 30s, and 40s. Yeah, we get these Beetle comments out of here. The saddest thing is when there's young people who think they're old when they're young. Let me tell you something. I'm at the age now, at the age of 64, where I feel like 55 is young. That's how I feel now. You're going to see, you're not losing your prime. The top 3 BPA free water bottles to drink out of are Fiji, Avion, and Saratoga Springs. Well, I use Poland Springs. So Poland Springs. Why is Fiji? Why is that Fiji? Why is Fiji the best? I don't know if we can find that. I know they have Fiji bottles of water in the regular, small size bottles. But, we drink out of gallon bottles of Poland Spring that we pour into cups. By the way, that alien green cup that I usually use, that's plastic also. You know what I mean? Hello, Ramoga. Good afternoon. Nah. Again, Wantpower. Listen, Adam, I'm teaching you. Wantpower. WANT. Say it, everybody. Wantpower. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be well? How bad do you want to give up poison? How bad do you want to be healthier? You're a soda addict. There were times when I would drink. I don't know if I would have a whole 2-liter soda a day, but I drink rather most of it in one day. Those days are gone, man. I don't want that shit no more. And like Walkman says, hit that like button and subscribe, please, to all 3 of my awesome Mayo channels. Yeah. Thank you for that. But seriously, I am considering just doing a video about this. Just doing weight loss videos. That's it. 10, 15-minute videos. Leave it at that. And then everybody can comment under the video rather than do the live stream. I haven't made up my mind yet. I got to think about it because it's not real. I mean, I'm very appreciative. Don't get me wrong. I'm appreciative for the conversation that we're having here. But maybe I could do something where I do a regular feature. I just do a video every now and then. I make a video, a weekly video about this, and then I could do live streams, weight loss live streams later on. You know what I mean? Like infrequently. I could go live infrequently for the streams, but weekly do videos. I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. I didn't want it bad enough. Yeah, Danny's got to want it. We all got to want it because I just didn't want it bad enough. That was simple as that. I wanted to go and have the whatever it would be, McDonald's, Burger King, Hero Sandwich. I wanted that more than I wanted the advantages. Not sure why Fiji is the best. That was on the top of the list. These waters have the least BPA-free plastic in them. I know that the Fiji water is the plastic is harder, a little more solid. Fiji. How sweet it is. Coke Zero and Diet Coke are chemical poisons. Amen. Also, they will spike your fasting insulin, not glucose, and make you increasingly more insulin resistant, which leads to fatty liver and diabetes. I will also tell you something else to talk about. I had past tense a blood test scheduled, blood work. I was going to get blood work this month on July 24th. And then I was going to see my doctor for results on July 31st. I decided to postpone it a month later. I will now be getting the blood work in late August, and I will be seeing the doctor in early September. So I'm going to the doctor in early September for the results. So I wanted to put some time there because I want to allow my system a little more time to be off the sugar and get better results in the blood work. And I realize that, when you get your blood taken and you want to look at your sugar levels, the blood work that you get goes back 3 months. Goes back 3 months. It's all about being smart with choices and wanting the results. They will come. Does it help the algorithm to leave comments after the show? That I don't know. I think so. I think comments always help. But for some reason, and I don't know why, if some people find this live stream, this weight loss journey live stream, a lot of times, if they leave comments after it becomes a video, after the live feed is done, I'm not really so sure that they leave comments. Most of them don't. I know we had comments from, I think Yorkie Girl left one. I think it was her. And that's appreciated. But I know a lot of people don't come on live, and I don't blame them. I mean, another thing you got to figure is this is the heart of summer. And I don't know where you live, but over where I live, it's a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny afternoon here in the summertime. And not everybody wants to be at home on the computer, even though these days, of course, you can be outside at the beach and still watch this. Okay. When my mom passed February 27th, she's become my biggest inspiration. Down 42 so far. So you're down 42, right? If so, congratulations. That's the kind of thing I want to hear for anybody that's trying. I'm watching from a hotel room in Prague. There he goes again. You got money to burn. I'm watching from a hotel room in Prague. I ate a lot of KFC, and I'm having a nap before I go out and drink more beer. There she is, Laura. Hello, Laura. Just got off the elliptical bike. Yeah, I tried that at the gym too. I'm glad you're here. Feel free to be here anytime. I know you're trying to keep it going. You've told me in the past that for a while, last year I think I was an inspiration, and then I went off the diet. Now I've been back on for 3. I've lost 10 pounds in the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks today, 10 pounds. That's pretty good. That's above the norm. So I'm sticking with it. How much do you want it? Huh? How much do you want to do it? How much do you want to accomplish it? Use that want power. So there you go. Thank you. It is great. I feel great about it. Thank you. I'm still waiting for a lot of the improvements to hit, because when you're off sugar and you're off carbs and you're losing weight and everything, you should be feeling better. Should be feeling more strong, energized, clearer, more focused. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's improved. Other times I'm still waiting. But anyway, I see I got the door open today here. The door is open. Why? Because I have the air conditioning on from the living room, blowing it in here. That's why. Got some air conditioning in here. I still love summer. This is my favorite time of year. I love July. Today's July 12th. It's going fast. It'll be Christmas before you know it. Don't remind me. Cheers, folks. Let's have another sip of LaCroix. That's freaking good. Okay, I'm a little worried about eating produce right now. Well, let me ask you, why is that? I know there's some people that have sensitivities to it. If they eat produce, they get gassy, they have they have digestive issues, they have restroom issues, right? There's people out there that are on the carnivore diet. They eat really only meat, right? For the most part. And they don't eat dairy, and they won't touch any kind of vegetables or produce either. That's not what I'm doing. I think I'm ketovore, really. Meaning I eat meat, vegetables, some fruit, cheese, dairy, eggs, beans, Exactly. You're right. That's exact. Oh, 3-month look back for the A1C. That's right, Joe. You're right. I should have been more specific. Right. It's 3 months back for the A1C level. So when I get my blood taken at the end of August, it'll go back to the end of May. Say the end of May through the end of August. And I didn't stop eating sugar till June 21st, first day of summer. You have to want it. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know so for some people that might not work. I don't know why the term want power worked for me. I don't know why. And the only thing I can think is because as basic as it is, I don't think I really wanted it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it bad enough. I dabble in a little bit, a little here, a little there, be good for a week or two, and then I'll be like that. I don't care. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to eat well. I don't want to diet. I don't want to change my lifestyle. I don't want to take care of myself with that. And if you don't want it, you'll never do it, And to me, it's different than willpower. Willpower is when you want to snack on something, but you fight the urge. There's kind of a difference there. I was in Stop and Shop with my grandson. My grandson saw these cookies and said to me, "Can I buy these for him? It's his favorite cookies." I could have asked him for a cookie. I didn't. It's all willpower. Willpower. If willpower works for you, great. For me, it's want power. I know. I'm not even sure I understand how I made a distinction between the two. But if willpower works for you, Eddie, that's what it is. For me, I have to want it more than will it. Does that make any sense? It is willpower. It's all the same thing, willpower or want power. It's really the same. But the word want, I like want better. Yeah, exactly. Want power. I want a pizza. I will get a pizza. Exactly. No, 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 no. Okay, now I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to pronounce this, Laura. It ain't gonna be easy. I'm worried about this cyclospora parasite outbreak that's being reported. Can't even read. Reported around the country right now. Now, have I heard anything about that? I mean, there's always things to worry about. Oh no, I don't want to hear that. So that's something it's in the produce. Is that what you're telling me? In the vegetables and leafy stuff, and the lettuce and all that jazz. Yeah, gotcha. I wanted a pizza. I ate a pizza, the whole pizza, nothing but the pizza. Yeah, that happened to me not too long ago. I didn't eat a whole pizza. See, there's a difference between a whole giant pizza and a Domino's pizza. Somewhere before I started the diet, one afternoon I did have a medium pizza. They have like different sizes. They have personal pizzas that are smaller. Domino's. Well, you see, I can talk about Domino's now, and there's no difficulty whatsoever. There's no temptation at all. Yeah, that's a simple way of putting it, right? Want power is wanting the end result. Willpower is avoiding the immediate temptation. I think that's it. Let's celebrate. You nailed it. I think you nailed it. Even Godzilla knows that. You have to want it. Want power is the intrinsic motivation that comes from vividly focusing on your core values and the positive outcomes you genuinely desire. From Google. I thought I made that term up. I thought I invented want power, but I like that. Want power is the intrinsic motivation that comes from vividly focusing on your core values and the positive outcomes you genuinely desire. Right. That's it. I think about the outcomes I want. I don't think about the momentary thrill. You know the old saying, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. I think they something like that. Yeah. By the way, I want to thank everybody again. Thank you for coming here. It was good. It's always good. I'm not done yet. I'm not finished, but I just want to thank everybody right now in the middle of this. Thank Jill for being here, and Laura, and everybody that's been offering anything about how they're eating. And take even Beetle Eddie, and also Martin and Adam. I'm looking up here. Everybody. Sorry if I didn't name you. Willpower is definitely the immediate temptation. Yeah. So, because it means a lot to me, everybody can be, and I realize every time I do one of these things, not everybody can be here live. I understand, but if you're watching this and you weren't here live, but you want to tell me your situation, tell me your story, please in the comments below. Even if this is just a video now, you could, you could leave a comment. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. My best friend always says dieting is hard, being overweight is hard. Choose your hard. Yeah. It's all a choice. It's all a choice, really. It is, that. Just amazing. I don't know how this clicked for me. It's something about I think June 21st did it for me. I said, when am I going to start? Believe me, I was going to start January 1st. Then it was going to be February 1st. Then March 1st, April. Maybe I'll do it on my birthday. Maybe I'll do it in the middle of March. Maybe Memorial Day. Maybe. Finally, I said, you know what? Summer. First day of summer, my favorite season. Isn't it indeed? Mind games. Mental mind games. So yeah, anytime anybody can make it here for a live stream, I appreciate it. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me things you've been trying. Any tips you found out, things that have helped you, things that set you have a setback. If you had a setback, we can talk about setbacks. I know there's only so much we could discuss. Like Danny says, you need to change your relationship with food. Indeed, he does. He has a lot of wisdom. He needs to change his relationship with cigarettes, Danny does. And he needs to change his relationship with Tootsie Rolls. That's what he needs to do. Yeah, we all know that. But believe me, even though Danny said that, it's not anything that people haven't heard before. We know that. Okay, so I just started using Fitness Pal to follow my macros. I'm finding that really helpful. Do you ever use something like that? No, I don't. But I mean, I think it's a great idea. I know there are things out there like Noom. I know somebody who did Noom for a while, and I did Weight Watchers for like a couple of months, a long time before I even had a YouTube channel. I did it. But and I think that's great. What I do is I don't use anything, Laura. At least not right now. Maybe in the future if I think of anything. But I do have a notebook. I kind of keep things in a notebook, and I write changes, anything I've done wrong, or to try to like keep tabs of where I'm at. You might have to do that. Exactly. Also, make him into a marshmallow and a devil dog. Also. Oh, yeah, Jill says, I use Fitness Pal. The tracking of calories and metrics and exercise really helped me a lot. There you go. So Laura and J.D. Thompson have something in common there. See, the women always know. Women always know the right things to do. You know what I mean? They do. Makes things so easy. Yeah. They're trying to whistle again. I can't whistle. I was just whistling the song. It's so easy. Here I go, breaking all the rules. So easy. So easy. Seems so easy. Got me singing that Linda Ronstadt version or Buddy Holly version. I usually sing the Linda Ronstadt version, actually. So, where's Mick 64? Where's Mick 64? It'd be nice if he was here. It's easier to make adjustments as well when you hit plateaus. You mean with the Fitness Pal thing? I know I'm going to hit plateaus. I know it. But I'd like to think I can lose like 20 pounds before I have a problem with a plateau. I hope. Buddy Holly version, the original. Yes, indeed. Trying to think if there's anything else that's happened this past week. No, I've just been very good. I've stayed on my diet. I've stayed on my lifestyle, is what it is. Diet, not so much. But, and I kept the exercise going. And remember, when I say exercise, I'm only talking about right now walking 1/2 hour a day, 30 minutes a day. Yes, I agree with this. Isn't it funny how once you get into the groove with eating healthy, you wonder what took you so long to get on the stick? Exactly. Isn't that crazy? Do you know when I started putting the weight on? 1994. That's when I started putting it back on. In 1994, I could have been, the way I want to be, the trim way I would want to rather be. I could have been like that while I was still in my 30s and 40s and 50s. Oh yeah, that's one that I like to use. Eat to live, don't live to eat. I agree with that. Yes, the first 20 pounds or so should be good, but it's good to track so you know. And when you update your weight, it automatically changes your calories to lose X amount of pounds a week, etc., and gives you calories for walking. I want to talk about. I go to this diner. There's this diner I go to, and there's a waitress that serves me who is always trying to lose weight, and she's always trying to take the shots. And she finally got somebody to give her the shots. I don't know how she got them, but she got them. And every time we talk about eating, she says, "Oh, I had a cookie last night. I can't help it. I have to have a cookie. I have to." And then she'll say like, I can't do the diets like you. I'm not very big on meat. He said, I don't really love meat. I love bread. I love rice. I love pasta. That's what I like to eat. And I'm like, no shit. You know what I mean? I mean, you have to make a decision. You have to want it. Do you want it? How bad do you want it? Enough to give up your pasta, your rice, your soda, your crap, your cookies, all that stuff, fast food. But and knowing in the back of your head, you don't. This is my opinion. You don't necessarily have to give it up forever. That maybe like I intend on having pizza at some point again. For example, not every day, maybe not every week, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. So there you go. Yeah. So, I remember when that waitress said, "Oh, I like rice. I want this." I said, "Of course." I said to her, I actually went, "No, no, absolutely not." I said to her, "You can't." I love these people. They want to take a magic shot. Let me take the shot, and then I can do whatever the hell I want. Or I know that's not always the way it goes. Some people got mad at me because I made a video about that. Just say no to those shots, GLPs or whatever they're called, GPL, GLP. But anyway, just say no to Ozempic. Just say no to Wegovy. Just say no to Manjaro. And people got really upset about it. Like, what do you know? So it's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian. I don't claim to be. Just so you all know that. I'm going to say that every time I discuss it. But in my opinion, it's just looking for an easy way out, and you're not addressing the main problem. That is the shit you're going to put in your body. Yeah, I think it's terrible dieting, because it's got shit in there. I guess if you're going to drink soda, you're better off drinking 0 calorie soda or low calorie soda to help you. But you're getting a lot of artificial chemicals and a lot of artificial sweeteners that are bad for your health too. So, do you ever see something other than food itself that is a trigger, like seeing the Jaws container and suddenly wanting popcorn? No, Ramoga, I can't say that I have. On Fitness Pal, it's all based on your weight, your height, your activity, macros, etc. So you can keep putting in your new weights, and it keeps recalculating. And also, you start learning the right amounts, etc. Very nice. There you go. Replace can't with want. That waitress sounds typical. She's got the right. She's not. I'm sorry. She's not got the right mind frame yet for losing. Absolutely not. I've been talking to her since last year when I was doing it. And she just keeps saying, "Oh, I don't know, but I love my sweets. But my daughter, my children, my husband, oh, they want this." And I say, "Oh, okay, just a little bit, just a little bit." No, absolutely not. Not now. Not now, anyway. I also heard that 0 calorie and diet soda can increase appetite. I've heard that too, because your body still sees it as sugar. I've heard about that too. I think they even make that stuff so you crave more. LaCroix. Those people out there watching at LaCroix, send me a check. Well, yeah, I mean, we're almost up to an hour. I'm really happy that this is done so good. This is done so well. That we've had so many people here discussing, and I really hope we can do this all the time. Anytime you can make it, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to try to do these on Sunday. Do I want to say they're going to be every single Sunday? Every Sunday afternoon or morning? It'll be morning or afternoons on Sundays. Can I really say they're going to be every Sunday religiously? I'd like them to be, but maybe not. There may be some times when I'm busy or can't do it, or maybe I had a bad week and I don't want to do the show that week. So I appreciate everybody that's here. Thank you today. Thank you. I'm sorry the ones I haven't named, but everybody's been helping out here, and giving their 2.5 cents. I quit smoking about 20 years ago. That's when the weight struggle started. I'm so proud of myself for quitting. It was really hard, but it really kept the weight off. Well, that's the thing. I've never smoked in my life. I know people have smoked, and I know, I mean, even though I don't know it inside my body, I've heard people, and I can appreciate how hard it is to stop smoking. That's got to be terrible. My mother hasn't smoked for many years. She was a smoker. She stopped years ago now. Yeah. When she starts seeing you shrink, she might change her mind. Laugh out loud. There you go. Does LaCroix taste good? Well, sure it does. There's not a lot of flavor in it. I mean, it's mostly seltzer. It's seltzer, really. It's seltzer with a little hint of flavor. You can taste it, but it's enough because I think it's the carbonation that I like. When it comes to soda, like if I'm not going to have a slice of pizza, not. But when the day comes that I cheat, if I say one day, when I say I'm going to cheat someday, I mean with pizza, a little pasta, a sandwich, some bread, like that. Maybe a fast food burger here and there, once in a blue moon. But I think I'm always going to keep the soda away and drink this because this it's a close enough substitute to soda that's got the carbonation and the fizz. Okay, just got back from my walk. Good for you. Very good, very good. Good job. That's good. LaCroix offers 23 different flavors, helps having variety. Yeah, so far in my store, I've only tried, 4 flavors so far. There you go. Adam, you should try Spindrift, LaCroix, and Waterloo to replace the Coke Zero sodas. The LaCroix doesn't make you crave soda. It doesn't for me, but everybody's different. Now, since you're a soda addict, which you admitted, you're a sodaholic, yeah, well, they're not sweet enough. That's it. Oh, of course they're not. No. You're not going to get the sweetness of soda. No. But it's better than nothing. Yeah. This time I'm drinking the orange. I just started orange, and I find it good. I had tangerine, tangerine is very similar to the orange. I think I've had key lime, not lime. There's lime and there's key lime. I like the key lime. I personally didn't like. There was a cranberry. It was like raz cranberry, right? A combination raspberry and cranberry. I like cranberry and I like raspberry ordinarily, but I didn't like the LaCroix. Yeah, believe me, Adam. I'm not trying to discourage you, but if you try this and you drink one, tell yourself it's going to be mostly seltzer with just a hint. It's like everything else. It's not sweet enough. It's not going to be sweet enough. I'll tell you right off the bat. It just got a hint of. Wait. Well, let me know what you think. Honestly, I wish you the best. It also helps to not crave other sugary things, fake or real, if you cut the artificial sweetener. And I still eat, fruit, and I eat a banana every day, at least one, maybe two. I know how high in natural fruit bananas are. I've sent you a photo of Danny as a marshmallow. Okay, Danny, you hear that? You're right about the diet sodas and the chemicals. Hell, even regular sodas full of cancer chemicals. And God knows I've drunk a lot of them in my life. Absolutely. Well, right back at you. Yeah. Thanks for being here, and thanks. So, this is going pretty good now. I can't eat bananas anymore ever since a year ago when a spider came crawling out of one I was eating. Oh, my God. Yeah, that'll do that to you. Oh, my God. That never happened to me in my life. Watch, now it's going to happen. Watch, next banana I peel, there'll be a spider in it. Well, folks, I'm going to cut this a little short. So I really, really appreciate everybody again. Thank you so much. Just to recap, for those who didn't hear it, I lost another 2 pounds this past week for a total of 10-pound loss in the 3 weeks that I've been doing it. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm going to keep trying. So everybody, thank you. I really hope you'll come back. And as I say, if you missed this, you're catching it on a replay, leave your comments below. Come back next time live. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this could be like a support channel. I really think maybe of changing the title of this, because I just call it Weight Loss Journey. I want something, if somebody is in YouTube and they're doing a search, what they would search for, it would come up, Thank you, Laura. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. Much appreciation. Thank you to everybody. Ramoga. This has really been a lot of fun. Mike, thank you. And tell your friends. You know what I mean? We're in this together. Let's do it. Let's report it. Let's report once a week. If I miss a Sunday, it'll be the Sunday after or something. But let's support each other. Thank you.